Hello to all my fellow Kunoichis and Shinobis out there, showing only Shinobi Hiraji. I'm back with another video. Today we'll be covering both episodes 189 and 190 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. So let's start off with 189. So 189 is not really much to cover from. 189 was the episode of the insane and beautiful fight, beautiful animation between Kawaki and Goru. Basically Kawaki used his Karma Seal as well, so we got to see the power of the Karma Seal. If you guys seen this episode, you guys will see that Kawaki actually, banged him up pretty bad. Not even banged him up, but he just obliterated him. He killed him, blew his top half off, literally. He blew his chin off, or not even his chin. He blew more than his chin off. He was using his Karma Seal powers. We seen a lot. We've got to see what the power of karma is, talking about from switching from, like, I don't know, he formed his skin into something else. If you guys seen the episode, you will know what I mean. I can't really explain what I mean, but he also sees that Boruto used his Karma Seal. Jigen and Delta was there, and they was examining the scene. Boruto, the only thing he really did was absorb, like he did the first time. He didn't really get to do anything else. They didn't really fight. It was just Kawaki versus Goru, but it was a pretty good fight. Kawaki, he did what he had to do to protect his life, because that's really what he was going after. And yeah, it's a lot. It's not really a lot, but it is. Like, if you watch the episode, the fight was beautiful. It's not really for anything for me to go into detail to. It was just the fight, the whole entire episode, pretty much. Now 190 is for me to go into, so now let's go into 190. So episode 190, we get to the scene where Konohamaru, he's in the Henley village. He basically tells Naruto what happens. He says Majino sacrificed himself. He also said Kashin Koji used the Rasengan, and that's not something that's normal. Not a lot of shinobis know the Rasengan. The Rasengan is something that's only really connected to the fourth Hokage, Minato. So only Minato, Jiraiya, and Naruto, only those people know who the Rasengan is, and of course Boruto. Other than that, no one else should know. So it was strange to Shikamaru and Naruto and all those other people, because it's like, okay, who else knows the Rasengan? Some weird guy that Konohamaru fought. Oh, Konohamaru, he knows the Rasengan too, I forgot. And then he was like, okay, I have intel. He gave this Shikamaru, and Shikamaru was like, okay, we'll get this to this place. And yeah, so alright, Naruto was like, alright, I'll take it over from here. And yeah, oh, and they also spoke about Io. No one cares about this man. He's pretty messed up. He betrayed us. Now he tried to come join the light side afterwards. Yeah, never mind. So Naruto then, he says, okay, I'll take it over from here. We get to the scene where Kawaki's actually prisoned. He has bars, or this thing around his wrist. He's looking for ways to get out. He's trying to escape. He's throwing a fit. He's raging because Kawaki, his PTSD kicks in, and he thinks they're there to do something else to him, while they're really just watching over him. He doesn't understand that. So we get to where Boruto, Kawaki's like, he's calming down or whatever the case is, and then Boruto, Mitsuki, and Sumire, I think that's how you pronounce her name, they brought food down to his cell or whatever the case is, and they were trying to greet him, but he was like, alright, now you're trying to play tricks on me, or whatever the case is. You're trying to play me like I'm dumb. He kicked the food, and Boruto, he grabbed him by his shoulder aggressive, was like, hey bro, what's your problem? We're just trying to give you food, like, we're just trying to comfort you, and you doing all this, you need to chill out type stuff. And then Sumire was telling Kawaki basically what he was in. He's in a place that tests scientific ninja tools. We wouldn't do stuff like that to you. Trying to calm him down and things like that in that nature. We then get to the scene where Naruto is on his way to Ryutan City, basically the city where all of this stuff went down in. And then we get back to where Kawaki's looking into the camera because they left his cell to go back into the watch room or whatever the case is, and he was like, "All right, I know you guys can hear me. I have a request. Come down to the cell I'm in." At this point, Kawaki's already making a plan to escape, so he gets down. They get down to the cell, and he said basically, I think he told them that he needs to go use the bathroom, because we then get into the scene where they're walking in the hallway, and then he sees that these shinobis are testing scientific ninja experiments, flash grenades, flash smoke grenades, because they basically are smoke bombs but with flash grenades. So Boruto was like, "What are you doing? Let's go. We're supposed to be going to the bathroom, like you said, or the restroom." So the men come out of the scientific room, and Kawaki intentionally bumps into them, and I guess he did that because he was taking one from them. And Sarda was like, "All right, you guys just get going, and we can you guys get going. I'll take care of this." And yeah, take him to the bathroom, do what he gotta do. At this point, Kawaki's just a troublesome child. He's being reckless. We know why he's a troublesome child, but they don't know why. He's being reckless, doing whatever he can to escape. So he then goes into the bathroom. He's basically saying things like, "All right, what? You guys gonna sit here and watch me? How am I supposed to use the bathroom?" And he was like, Boruto was like, "We don't really care, bro. We're just here to do our mission. We're just here to do our job." And then Kawaki was like, "Yeah, you got a tough job there, I see." Basically had a little immature moment. It was pretty funny because it felt like I've seen that type of thing somewhere else. I probably watched a movie in real life, and you know, I've seen something like that. But anyways, he then pulls out a flash smoke grenade out of nowhere, caught Mitsuki and Boruto off guard. Boruto went blind, Mitsuki couldn't hear. Sarada went to the bathroom, and he was gone. He escaped through the air vent. So Sumire, she caught on to it, and the reason why is because the alarms went off. She caught on to it, and then she was heading down the stairs of the scientific ninja building, whatever the case is, and she bumped into Mitsuki. Not Mitsuki, she bumped into Kawaki. And they got into a little altercation. He's like, "Move out of my way," and she says, "No, because I gotta stop you from escaping. You're a prisoner. You're not supposed to be escaping," type stuff. And then they get into an altercation. This man's swinging on his feet. He doesn't care. Even though his arm's locked up, he's just swinging with his feet. And Sumire eventually take him down, and he was like, "I thought you was a fiddle." Something in along those lines. Oh, he said, "I thought you was meek." Yeah, he said, "I thought you was meek." And basically he underestimated her, and then he used a scientific ninja tool and knocked her out with wind released. He didn't really knock her out, but like he, you know, pushed her, and then she hit the wall pretty hard. And I'm like, okay, you know, I thought you were better than that, Sumire. Come on now. And then Nu got there. She told Nu to stay back, and he didn't listen. He just decided to come up there. And I understand, because Nu is her pet. That's her guard. That's her guardian. So he's not going to listen. If anything happens to her, then he's going to be there. So Nu, he gets into his beast mode. He doesn't go like gigantic, but he went to like the little medium size, to like a giant wolf type size. So Nu, he goes angry, and then he sees that he saw basically what Kawaki did to Sumire, and then he goes up to Kawaki and basically nearly bit this whole man off, hit this whole man arm off. And then Sumire got him, was like she was telling him to stop, but he wouldn't listen. You know, when Nu goes berserk, he doesn't listen to anything. He's a beast at this point. And then he's just digging deeper into his arm with his fangs, bro. It's like he's about to tear this man's arm off, and Kawaki's screaming in agony. And then once he stops, he just tosses him over, and it broke his wrist collars. I'm gonna call them wrist collars. It broke his wrist collars, and that's when basically right after that, Kawaki escaped. He got up and he escaped, but his whole arm, in the clothes he was in, his whole arm was dripping blood. So his arm nearly fell off, basically. Then he says, "I can't even regenerate my arm. Like, I can't even regenerate because I'm so hungry." So earlier on in the episode of 190, Dr. Katasuke was basically explaining what Kawaki body is, and he has regeneration cells. He has regenerative cells, high one at that. But Kawaki haven't eaten in so long, so he can't really regenerate his body, and that's really his fault because they were trying to give him food, you know, to watch over him, but he didn't want to do it because he's a troublesome child and his PTSD kick in. We can't blame him. He was getting flashbacks from Jigen, because I remember he got knocked down at some point, and he was starting to get flashbacks from when he was knocked down on the ground, and when he was a child, and basically Jigen was consulting things with his biological father, aka trying to buy him, literally buy him. And yeah, he at this point he has flashbacks and nightmares of Jigen. That's what I call PTSD. If that's not, you know, if that's not what that is, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. So, and then we get into the episode preview of 191. Basically, I don't think, let me see. You know what, I'm not even gonna try to think about it right now. I'm supposed to be focusing on this episode. So yeah, that's basically it for episode 190. I honestly thought this video was going to be longer, but nah, because I'm assuming because of 189 wasn't that much to cover from. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the brief review. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. And if you guys want to join my village, my Discord server, you guys can click the link in the description below. We can have more Boruto discussions, or we can play video games together, things in that nature. HirajiTheShinobi is out.